The bubbles, it's Katunkwit time again, and I'm here with Sven. You don't know Sven, but that's Sam Nowak's brother, and I'm also here with Sam Nowak, and of course, Ashlyn Komorik. Hello, Ashlyn, first of all, because you're the most important.
Hello, James. I'm the most important. You shouldn't say that in front of our guests.
Well, you're the most important person that's directly in front of me. And we have two important people with us today, Sam Nowak and Sam Nowak's brother, Sven Nowak. Sven, great name.
Thank you. You know, it's definitely the one I was born with.
Yes, this one you were born with and the one you have to live with. It has two N's. Like, that's the cool thing. Svenn. And your parents are not, I think that they're more, are they Swedish or something?
Well, not even slightly. You know, it's a purely Portuguese name.
It's Portuguese.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the Portuguese were adventurous, and they got around, so maybe there was some thing going on there with the Vikings, right?
Something like that. You know, they did some sailing around.
They sailed a lot. They were very good at sailing.
A lot of murdering along the way.
The Portuguese weren't known for their murdering, but the Vikings certainly were.
Oh, the Portuguese certainly were. Ask the people on the African coast.
I'm sure that they took a beating with all of that, for sure. Yeah, well, swords were like the weapon of choice back then. But Sven, I've never seen you with a sword, so that's good.
You don't want to see me with a sword. It'll get dangerous.
Not while he's riding his skateboard.
Now, Sam, you got the more conventional name in the family, as I see it.
Yeah, I didn't have any say in that one, actually. It was, so I'm not really sure where the normality of the Sam comes from.
Were you even present?
I think I was maybe present, barely, not consciously.
So you don't know if they decided on your name before you were born?
I don't remember, unfortunately. It was too many years ago.
Do you remember when Sven was named?
Oh, of course. Of course. I remember everything after the moment I turned 1 year old in one day.
Really? That's very unusual, you know, because there's very few people that have memories beyond 4 years. Well, never mind one, like down to 1 year.
There are foggy bits.
All filled in with video and pictures, correct?
Yes, exactly. It's all very clear, except for the foggy bits. The clear parts are clear, and the non-clear parts are not clear. So,
Sam Nowak's mother, who has never been mentioned before in this podcast, is the Portuguese side of the family, the adventurous Portuguese that have decided not to do any sailing in this generation, although you two do. I know. However, Sam Nowak's mother was probably involved in the naming.
I would guess that.
Because she put the most effort in. Let's just say that.
Definitely, yeah. That's. Yeah.
Oh, I love you guys. This is my neighbors, so I mean, really, these are kids that are like family to me. So, recent wedding. Sophie was married.
I'm very
She married Luis, and they married in really fun time. Let me tell you, at the courthouse.
No kidding.
In Jersey City, where they live.
Yeah.
It's all so cool. And then pictures at the City Hall there,
awesome.
Which was fun. And then we went to dinner together collectively, maybe 8 of us. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. And great time, good fun, lots of laughs, lots of card playing. And then on Saturday, they had a reception we had dinner first with about half the group, and then the New York kids all showed up. My gosh. And the barbell, big one. Big barbell, lots of fun. All these.
Where was this reception?
It was in. I knew you were going to ask that.
So
it's
you
in Manhattan.
Forgot about it.
It's in Manhattan.
It's a big place, Manhattan.
I know, but it was over in a little place called.
Let's narrow it down. Which part of Manhattan?
Oh, I just was in the car. It was a big limousine that picked us up. I don't know. It was like
That's
something.
why there was a big barbell.
No lift.
I mean, you paid the bill, but you don't know where you paid the money to.
Oh well, you know what? That was all taken care of. That was advanced.
Oh, that's nice.
I just know what the bill was. But anyway, that doesn't matter. And that aside, I was very pleased to enjoy all of it. It was fun. We danced until Sophie must have danced 7 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
She can dance too. Like she danced with her father once, and we rocked the place with "What's What I Like About You" by the Romantics. And you like that song too, don't you?
That's a good song.
Yeah. Well, it's not like a classic. Well, it's a classic song, but it's a classic dance song for me. And it is what I like about Sophie and Louise too, because he and I danced. And I danced real close to him, and we shimmied. It was really fun. We had a lot of fun. So good time.
That's kind of a standard thing. James runs out of women that are willing to dance with him, and then he just grabs the nearest guy.
That's right. I'm not particular about dancing. It's more of a self-expression, and this has to be somebody nearby to sort of fake it.
So you have a new son-in-law, and
Yes.
did he come with in-laws, like
Yes,
parents?
yes, he has two parents.
And they came?
And they were there, yes. And we had a nice time visiting with them. And they have lots of, they have two daughters as well. And they weren't there, but they were in college and busy. So it was all good. We had a good time, lots of fun, lots of games. We play a lot of games when we get together now. So
Awesome.
when I say games, I'm not like
Board
head
games?
games. Board games, not head games. That's
seen
the
you.
past.
I've seen you play some good cornhole. So
Oh,
not
yeah.
just board games.
Yeah, we call that bags, though. We don't like that word. We call it bags. We do. I'm pretty good at that.
You're very good.
You're very good.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Lost to you before.
As have I.
Well, you didn't lose anything other than your pride, your dignity, and your willingness to go on with sport.
Like part of your identity as a
I
person.
gave up all sport after.
I think it was
losing.
21-3. So, no, just joking around.
Well, only because we rolled over 15 times.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I do the voluntary rollover, so they have to go back to 11 and make it challenging. I haven't played in a long time now, but that's the kind of thing that doesn't really leave you.
Yeah.
Even if you have back surgeries and hand surgeries, which I'm just recovering from. Note, my hand is moving. For those in Arizona that are listening, my hand is moving nicely, and I was
You're
permitted.
recovered.
I'm now permitted to just chip the ball and putt.
Oh.
So I did some chipping. I went up to Fort Perry and did a little chipping today, actually. That was this morning. And I feel okay. So
Very nice.
that's all we're going to do for now is chip. And that's always fun. So everybody knows I love golf. So
I thought pickleball was your first love these days.
No, I've never loved pickleball. I like pickleball very much, and I haven't been playing in a long time. I don't want to mess up the golf.
Pickleball's fun to hang out with, but not something to throw away golf for.
Well,
Sam, are you a golf player too?
No.
no, he's a hiker. And
I'm more of a, I guess technically, extreme sport.
Your body doesn't move enough in golf for him.
I would agree with that.
I think when you become 60, you'll think about it.
I definitely.
You have to do something
if
for the
Sam
rest
was
of
a
your life.
dog, would he be a border collie?
I don't know, but he's very good with compostable toilets.
I think.
I've been waiting to say that for like 10 minutes. We all know about his compostable toilet experience, of course. Being in the woods and all and having that responsibility to keep those things all chalked up there.
Stir in the poop soup.
So, that's right. Well, that's good. You got to get that poop soup. That's right. You want to do it. Make sure you do. Get it like steamy. Just like a nice steamy crap in the morning. Oh, keep it going. Anyway, we degrade the whole program this way. That's the sound of me slapping myself in the face.
And it actually was.
All right, so we're here today, and we really did want to talk a little bit with Sven. Tell us about college life. I know you have your Bachelor Haven pad over there in the other part of Katonquit, like sort of town, almost near the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right near the store. It's pretty nice over there. I will say we got our own place. It's not huge, but I don't need space. I just need a place to eat and then sleep. So really, it's got everything I need.
We're real close to the beach, which is really nice, actually.
So basically, the parents finally threw you guys out.
Oh yeah, they were tired of us for sure. Sam, it was pretty funny because Sam came back from the woods, and like 2 days later, they were like, "By the way, get out."
no.
And take your brother. And take your brother.
Not later.
Not
though.
literally.
It was nice.
It was a long time coming.
Finally find somewhere that works out.
Okay. So I have not been. I don't know if you have, but I have not been over for dinner yet.
No, I think
Are they going to have Twizzlers
we
and
need to
popcorn?
have happy hour over there.
I think that's a great idea. We have room for exactly one additional person.
So we need to wait for warmer weather so we can do it outside.
Yes, exactly.
We could do it like musical chairs,
Do you have a grill?
A grill?
A grill.
We have a grill.
Yes.
It'll once the weather's warm, everyone can come see.
Well,
we got chairs and an outside table, so.
oh yeah, all right.
And we have a little
It's just
fenced-in
been
yard.
covered
so.
in snow for the past couple of weeks.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was that's past tense now. Let's just say it.
I
That was
know.
pretty brutal though.
And now what's revealed on my deck is all of the things that the snow broke.
Yep.
The picnic tables collapsed in. The railing on the deck is disconnected on the bottom.
Yeah.
Did you
Some of the
notice?
spindles.
Did you notice the filth that was in the snow, even the white nice snow? Because I was just spending quite a bit of time sweeping the deck. Now in the back, the deck is like supposed to be clean. Or do you think it came off the roof? All this dirt.
I don't. My snow on my deck isn't that dirty. I thought you were going to say like the snow banks and stuff are pretty
No,
dirty, but that's the dirt that's always there. It just got kicked up on top of the snow.
That's right. So we can't say anything too negative about the snow, the dirt that's always there. But I was concerned that the snow brought in like this inherent dirt that's in this atmosphere.
Oh, that.
It's just microplastics. Don't worry.
Except
Nothing to worry about.
when it first fell, it was snow white. The
True.
dirt showed up later.
True. All right. Okay, I'll give you that. And we'll see though. And maybe the birds, once they started flying again, found their way in and made this soiling.
Yeah.
I noticed, this is bad news, by the way. I mean, it's not that bad, but I wanted to say that either their voles, rabbits, or deer have tortured all my apple trees.
No.
And my giant fig stripped all the bark off of it.
Oh my gosh, no.
Denuded. This was all supposed to be for your grandchildren.
By, like, rubbing their
My grandchildren
antlers
from your
on the
kids.
bark.
That's terrible.
What are they doing?
No, they're chewing it. They're eating it because they're very hungry. Like that would be my last resort.
I did cover a lot of my small bushes.
You covered them?
I covered them because every winter they chew them down. So I was like, nope, not happening.
Well, I'm not sure these are deer. I think because I'd see a lot more sign. This is rabbits, because they apparently they had enough to go back like way up the trunk and even onto some of the branches
Because of all the snow.
because of the snow.
Oh yeah. I mean, our parents have
Did you have a lot of snow at your house too?
tons. Yeah. What do you mean? Same place.
I had to shovel out the front door. There were 3 feet of snow drifted up in our driveway.
Our neighbor has a snowplow, or a snow blower, so we got very lucky where he basically in like 10, 15 minutes, every time there's a big dump of snow, he just plowed our driveway for us.
Oh,
Yeah,
His
we barely
driveway
had
is
to do
kind of
anything.
connected to ours, so it's like the street part of the driveway kind of is where they park, and then you have to drive through that to get to the back where we park. So it is, yeah, it was very nice of him to do that for us.
I have to make note. There was a very humorous moment, in the neighborhood, and that was when your parents were both shoveling like mad, and you were skiing down the street. Happily, by the way.
I am so glad somebody else saw that because I was walking in front of him and turned around and saw the exact same view you just described, and it was just perfect.
Yeah, well, it's not for them, but
oh no, not for
they must think, oh my God, whenever we get old and we can't do anything for ourselves, we are screwed.
I mean, the only saving grace for us there was that we were actually on the way to go shovel like 3 driveways.
Yes, I know that.
No,
You do get some credit for that.
I did do some ski shoveling to help my neighbor. I strapped my shovel on my back and skied up to his house.
yeah, it was the first time in my whole life I've been able to ski through town.
That is like so true. I'm going to get to you in a minute. I have to go back to your statement. That is so Ashland Comoric. That is like an Ashland Comoric move. I'm surprised you didn't put your jetpack on and jetpack over to someone's house to help them out.
I was, I like shoveling, so I offered several times, and they wanted a kid. They felt bad about me shoveling, and I was like, I can do it. And then I couldn't find any kid for them, and then they called back and said, okay.
You're basically a kid.
Yeah.
Did they drop some coin on you?
No.
Good. I did a lot of watching Eva because of her hand here.
Oh, that was your excuse.
Yes, I did a lot of I used one hand and cleaned off the cars and did everything I could, but that was my excuse.
It was fun skiing in the road, though.
It was so much fun.
I mean, we skied down our road, up the adjoining road. But if you got off of the road or off the snowbanks, you'd break trail for about a minute and you're, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, our road, I walked my skis out to the road, clipped in, and then just
Excuse me.
didn't have to do it. Like, I actually skied down the hill. They had clearly plowed within the hour, and there was still like a few inches of snow on the ground. No problem at all.
Yeah. So that's good. Well, that was really fun, visiting and talking a lot about all these things that happened in our little island here on this momentous week of rejoicing as we rejoice the renewal of daffodils. And I saw them coming up, and you'll hear more about those in a few minutes. We do have poetry today. So did you walk through the graveyard at night? Have you ever?
I've been there close to dusk, but not at night.
In the graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which graveyard?
What were you doing in there?
It's maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. For the rec center, yeah.
Sven works for the Cotunkwood Recreation Department and Parks Division and does lots of very useful work.
Do you still work for them?
It was seasonal, so I on and off. Yeah, but spent all of last summer and then did on and off like since then.
Nice.
So, Sven, I recall you and I discussing open mics and comedy. Have you been doing any of that?
I haven't as much recently. I've just been doing more focused on like working in school and that stuff, but I was for a while going pretty weekly, and I still do every once in a while.
Yeah, I want to check that out. We have one now in town, so that's in the other town next door. We've been over working there. I'm the MC over there, so in that town. Wednesday night live at the Ganny, which March 18th at 7 to 9:30, we're going to have our show again. And every week it's been jammed. I know that Ashland Kamara goes because her husband's performing almost every week with us. And he's been great.
He's been having a good time.
Stuart's good.
He keeps saying he's not going, but then he goes again.
See, now you seemed a lot less pleased with that than he was.
Oh, you don't like it as much as I do.
Because sometimes I'm like, oh, we could do this. And then even though he said he wasn't going to go back to the open mic, he's suddenly not available to do whatever fun thing I had planned.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. It must be tough living with you because you have a lot of fun things that are going on all the time in your head. Like, you're into everything. So, like, how could he ever meet the standard? That's a good reason to have Ricky involved. I don't know if Sven knows Ricky. Ricky is Stuart's alter ego.
Okay.
So,
I do know him, yes.
Do you know about his alter ego?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. So what are you doing for spring break? Speaking of alter egos, what are your spring break plans?
Is it spring break right now?
It's spring break for these
This
two.
Technically.
Technically, this was
is
our
it
first
spring?
week.
Isn't it the whole winter spring break for you, or do
Yeah.
you actually going to school again?
We're going to school right now.
Oh.
So we are actually on spring break.
Interesting that you refer to it as we, which is interesting because it sounds as if you switch off and one goes to the other's classes.
Well,
I wish.
we look exactly alike. So we just it's really easy.
If
so
you could take
where are you
his
actually going to school
math
together?
scores.
No, it was just we
Okay.
both are.
So
going
where
to
are
school.
you going to school?
CCRI?
We
Okay.
both go to CC and we take a lot of similar classes.
Oh, so you
when
are
he
going
says
to school together.
We don't see
We
each
don't
other
have-
in school, but like the classes he took last semester, I also took either the semester before that or the same one. So we just have a lot of the same stuff.
And which campus do you have to go to?
I'm all over. Right now I am in Newport. Like there's Newport campus that I've been to. Most often I have to go up to Lincoln, which is like a 40-minute drive.
I don't even think I'm
45?
familiar with the Lincoln campus.
You stop at the what's it called? The casino
I
up
was
there?
about to say Summit Valley's on the way. I did have an incident a while ago where I had two classes there, and I was like, I got to leave to get lunch. So I looked at, okay, there's Subway, there's a sandwich shop nearby. It's quick and easy. I'll just get that. And I pulled up to the Subway and was like, this is not a Subway. I'm at Bally Casino. So
The Subway was
the
inside.
Subway, yeah, so I had to walk through the casino to like find a Subway.
You smell like cigarettes when you left.
Exactly. Yeah, go back to class and they were like, what happened here?
Well, that said, so that's your spring break, just going to Subway.
Yeah. That's what they call it.
We're going to hear a little bit about my spring break in 1983 later on.
So no skiing on the spring break calendar.
Not yet. I'm actually going up north this weekend. So I will be doing some skiing.
You think they still have snow?
They still
Yeah,
have
they
plenty
have.
of snow up there.
Where are you going?
Not so many daffodils up there.
Not yet. I am skiing Smugglers, and the next day we're skiing this place I've actually never heard of before, a small mountain in the area. But
What's it
with a
called?
couple of I just said I don't remember what it's called.
Are you on the CCRI ski team?
No, I am just skiing with some friends
A small area that you
near
don't.
Smugglers. Like they're
Bolton
like-
Valley.
Bolton Valley.
That's a good mountain.
Yeah,
Lots of good wood skiing there.
yeah. I had it wasn't something that was on my radar really, so I'm pretty excited to see it.
Your
They were
skis aren't.
my skis are in really bad shape. Really,
Have you skied this year?
I've been skiing a good amount this season,
Are
and
they in worse shape
they're
than when
yes.
you
Yes.
double
Yes.
ejected from them
Oh.
in Utah?
No, because that time I lost my binding, so I at least have
that's-
bindings on my
that's a
skis.
good point.
It's delaminating, so the whole tip. And I took a couple hard falls where the tip went into the snow after that too. So like, it's
put some
basically
screws in it.
It's basically flat all the way to the tip with the laminate sticking up as if it were curved. Like a
Here's what I would suggest, that this is truly a first world problem. You might want to fix
It's definitely it is a first world
so
problem.
throw some money
I
at it.
broke my binding 2 weekends ago.
that sucks.
And they're sending me a piece, but I don't know if that piece is going to do it.
That binding's bad for your feet. Shouldn't do it. Shouldn't do it. You should not do it. You don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. So that's spring break for you. Well, that's interesting. So, walks around town, getting down to the beach. Those are all good things. And, laying low. Fine. The very unlikely that you're going to find any communicable diseases that way, like you might if you were in Daytona. Okay,
Hey, you
so,
never know.
all right, so that's fun. That's fun. You have that's good. You never know. Oh, that's the truth. You never know about that kind of thing. All right, so I have a little poem called Tease, and it was prompted by my daughter, and of course the March this month. All right, so Tease by James Allen. March, month of winter, spring, purgatory, engine of rainy reservoir renewal, wager of warring winds. You tease me with sun-filled mornings, gone gray by noon, as you hurt weather insults, you hurl weather insults, spit at us, drive us inside to stale air, send us to a collective fetal position, tease us further with sprouting daffodils, appearing where I shoveled for an oil delivery, seemingly testing soil and grass and air. As premature daffs are short and stubby, untrusting of our human calendar, they'll likely winter burn on cold nights. Or who knows, blaze yellow and reach for a sun-filled day. Challenge for forsythia flowering firsts. Surprise an old delivery person. An oil delivery person. Prompting their careful navigation of sunny blooms. Dispelling winter's ugly blues. Warming our homes and earth simultaneously. Through unseen soot as carbon readies its escape from pregnant soil. And we march on in place, seemingly going nowhere, yet our calendar marches from purgatory to spring, from March to unpredictable April, an even more convincing lascivious tease. And there we have it.
I like that.
What do you like about it?
I like that I don't know, it's very interesting in that, like, it really, so I will say that in the past, I remember March being kind of a snowy, kind of cold, exactly like you're describing, tease for, the blossoms to come.
It's that purgatory, right? Because it's a tease. There's snow sometimes, and there's this other thing. It's just over there. I can't really reach it.
Right.
It's that Dante thing where the two lovers are going around in circles, and they're almost touching, but they can't actually touch. I'm reaching out right now. Everybody can see me in the room, but not out there in podcast world. Okay, so that's the idea there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did a good job of capturing March.
Yeah.
Yeah, March. It was really not my idea, but I'll take any kind of information I can from whomever. And my daughter had a good idea, so I wrote it.
So, did you surprise an oil delivery person?
Well, it would be the flowers.
Or was the surprise that the oil delivery person showed up?
Well, I did have to make sure that Eva did a big shovel of that whole area so to make sure that the oil could be delivered. Because the thought of not being able to, have heat was not good.
Yep.
The surprise was the bill.
Probably. It's going to be if you get oil now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. But, we never know how these things are going to land.
These are heavy times.
Yeah. Yeah, this is heavy times. These are heavy times. Well, you have not had much of anything other than heavy times, because if I remember, Sven, you were in high school and you got some kind of illness and you had some
my appendix burst.
Appendix burst, yeah. So you were out of school and then you went right into COVID.
Yeah,
and then you had no break. And there was 10 years where you were you couldn't go to school. It's terrible.
Yeah, I went to
Seemed
school collectively for a week or two my junior year of high school. And then I was just, the rest of it, I was either in the hospital or then COVID. And then from there, it was all downhill. Until now, and then here we are.
No, here we are.
It's still downhill.
No, the hill has not stopped.
Downhill is better than uphill.
Well,
You end in a better spot.
It's
If you're
it's
going
work
up.
to get uphill, but
Oh, it is work to get uphill.
Once you get up there, there's the view.
I mean, we got to put the
Downhill's
work
easier.
in, or we'll be stuck in that ditch at the bottom forever.
Like, I remember that Ashland is a soccer player. You've played with and against her. And I was always playing against her, and she was always defending quite a bit. And it was not a good experience for me to have to try to get by her. She was very, very a determined defender. But I always equated defending, and I'll ask you this because you both played at some point in your life. I thought that was almost like running uphill all the time, defending. Because when you have the ball, you feel good about yourself and you're on the attack. But running uphill, that's a brutal thing to do. But you seem to love it because you're the hardcore. You're hardcore.
Yeah,
She's hardcore.
that's interesting though, because I'm not really a fan of actually running uphill or biking uphill.
No.
I much prefer.
Oh, you
to
didn't
do-
like Portugal because of that, right? Or parts of Portugal, you said it was too hilly.
No. I enjoyed it, but it is extremely hilly. Not Port. Well,
Yeah.
actually, Madeira is extremely hilly. But actually, so are some of the cities. Lisbon and Porto are also very hilly.
Lisbon was very, very hilly. We had to take the trinculator or whatever it's called. And the trinculator took us up to avuncular. What was it called? Stantutula.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
Well, it's a thing that takes you. It's like a tram that takes you up but it's on
It's
a
like
rail.
a cog.
It's a tram. It's
Cog
just on a
railway.
hunculator. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
A bunculator. It has a name. It's something like that. We don't look anything up on this show, as you know, so we're not going to do that.
We guess and we arrive at the answer that is always correct.
I much prefer what we ended up with.
We always guess, man. We guess, and then people Google us, and they say before they Google, it's worth the Google. Do you remember from that movie? It was a wonderful movie with, I believe it was Jack Black. Oh, no, it was probably not Jack Black. It was the other fellow that was in Hangover.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking
I
about.
do know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh, I can't remember his name. I can't remember anything. I should use the computer because then I would know things.
Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis, yeah. And he was playing a part where I believe he was like coordinating this large event for the 175th anniversary of the town or something, and it was a theatrical thing, and he was quite flamboyant and interesting, like character in a small community out in Iowa. And he said, "It's worth a Google." I love it.
Good line.
Good line, yeah. So. Oh my goodness, we've come to that part of the show. It's exciting now, Cliff. It's getting exciting. I know that Ashland's excited because it's almost 4:30 and she's leaving shortly in 8 minutes. Well, anyway, I'm going to say this. Is it BS or not is our fun time of the day quite often, and I will ask our guests to go whenever they would like to. Would you like me to do one, or are you going to start us off?
I am ready to go.
Nawak, Sam. I'm telling you, that's his voice.
This
Sam Nawak.
is Sam Nawak's voice, and today, for bullshit or not, I have a story, very short one, and that is that last weekend I wore a dog costume while skiing at Yagu and doing tricks. Is it bullshit or not?
I believe I just burped into the microphone. Maybe we'll edit that out. I'm going to say that is, well, you want to ask me or the whole group?
Everyone.
I say that's absolutely true because it sounds feasible, and you're kind of a person that would definitely do that.
As an aside, Yagu's having quite the winter.
Not anymore.
No? Oh, well, now everything's melted.
But they had
Melted,
37, they had the most snow, we said this last week, the most snow in the country at any ski resort in the country for the weekend. It was 37 inches.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
And then it rained for a week, unfortunately.
This great powder. I'm sure they had this fleeting moment of
Did you
love.
run right over as soon as the roads were open?
No, Yagu was closed for an extra day, 2 days, because it was 4 feet of snow in there, and they had to dig it all out.
Well,
So-
also you weren't permitted to drive on the roads for 2 or 3 days.
Well, once the roads were open, yeah. But even after that, Yagu was closed an extra day. It takes a lot of work to get those lifts open.
Did you ski recently as well?
Yeah, I did. We went up north recently, but I've been at Yagu a couple times as well. I was working the tubing at Yagu during that cold snap, so that was a lot of fun.
We had a really good day at Waterville Valley this season.
Oh, yeah, we had, just full day skiing, perfect conditions, powder all day, basically.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you wear your dog costume there too and get some dates?
No, unfortunately.
Did anyone piss on your leg?
Oh, and for the record, that was true. I did do that.
Oh, okay.
Not
I knew
bullshit.
it.
And yeah, the scary thing is that the head of the costume, you can't fit a helmet under it. So it's a little bit scary for me who does a lot of falling. But, I was okay. I survived with minimal head trauma.
And why did you wear a dog costume? Did they ask you to?
Yes, I did it last year, and they were like, hey, can you do it again this year? It's their mascot, Shredder the dog.
So you have been a mascot.
I'm a
Have
professional
you seen
mascot.
that comedy? There's a movie about all the mascots in the competition, and they're all stabbing each other in the back.
No, I've not.
I don't know the name of it.
Do you
but
know that
it's worth digging up?
I've been to the
You
URI
were a
versus-
hawk.
Yep, judging by what your hands are doing, you're doing. I don't remember where it is, but the hawk.
The
Wasn't that the
Flaps
one where the
entire
ram and the
time.
hawk got into?
Right. St.
Yeah.
Joseph's is the school that has
That
the
was
hawks.
great, and it's really sad because nobody brings their mascot anymore.
Well, they had a competition they do bring them. Yes, they do. Not always.
I haven't seen one at a game since there was a fight.
Oh,
That would
okay.
deter.
Well, this hawk, the way you get that gig is you have to go there and they have like a marathon thing. And it used to include a full scholarship.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I mean that probably-
Eventually, you have some, I guess, really big shoulder muscles or
I
whatever.
think you'd
what
end
these
up with-
muscles in the back. here?
You'd be a professional jack jumper.
I mean, yeah, and by the time you get to like 50, you'd be in the most pain possible. Your
Yes,
shoulders
exactly.
would never work.
Exactly.
Isn't it really sweaty inside that
Oh
dog
my
costume?
gosh. And
I've
it's-
never seen him fly, not once.
Well, you should have been the dog.
Okay, so you have a bullshit or not?
I do. It's also not very long, but I do have one. This is fun. There's about a few years ago, I was walking through Katunkwit and up near Hands Beach. I was walking around with some friends during COVID, and we encountered a group of people pulling a dead body out of the water. Yes or not?
I think it's true. I think I recall this.
I think it's BS.
That is true. So
Must have
there
been-
was
during COVID?
It was during the end of it where people are kind of like everyone was tapering off, and there was just we were walking down around the island, and there was like this big gray SWAT truck there, and like all of the state troopers, all the Jamestown police just pulling stuff
Because
out
it
of the water.
happened last year when somebody
Yep.
was swimming.
It's happened a
It
couple
was a
times.
jumper at that time. It was so very sad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you had to witness that. Well, that was true. Sorry to say.
Unfortunately.
We do have folks that occasionally they'll jump from the bridge, and that's tragic. Well, we'll see. Is there anything lighter here? Do you have one?
No, I'm deferring.
Rhode Island DEM officials are considering, along with RIDOT, that's the Rhode Island Department of Transportation, ways to building a causeway from town across Whitefish Beach to the road to Rat Tails Hollow, removing unnatural macadam roadway and creating a natural breach, as would occur, thus shifting sands and marshland in the adjacent Penfield's Cove. Is it bullshit? Or is it not?
Okay.
I say it's the bullshit.
So
Bullshit.
that's what my gut says, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like that is in kind of on the radar for the long term.
I gotta say BS.
It is BS, but I think that there is something on the radar.
Eventually it's going to be necessary, unfortunately.
True.
Like at some point in
I'm
the
sure
next
that
50 years.
It's a 50-year plan, don't you think?
I mean, they're talking about what to do there. And there just was something today in the news saying that we've underestimated sea level rise.
Yeah.
I've underestimated.
I mean, every time there's a storm, it gets even more washed out. You know, the dunes don't even grow back anymore.
I know. I planted over 90,000 of those plants each year with others. I would only do maybe 2,000 myself. But that's a lot of shoveling, 2,000.
Yeah.
And then the next year it'd be gone.
Right.
I think we've talked about this before. So I have a second one, just because Ashlyn didn't have any and I knew it. So my number 2. Johnny cake was originally a Native American word, journey cake, and were handy food sources easily carried for long distances that would not spoil due to their low moisture content. Is that bullshit, or is it not?
Are you asked? I believe that they don't spoil due to their low moisture content, but that does not sound like a Native American word.
Well, Johnny cake, for those of you in Canada that are listening and also in Great Britain, a Johnny cake is just a...
And every other state in the country.
maybe even parts of Rhode Island don't know about it. They are, I'm making a round circle, but there's a circle of cornmeal, and it's just cornmeal dry, and then they take hot boiling water and make a paste of it and then fry it. And it's relatively bland, but...
It's kind of like if you're a little kid and you make a meat pie, a mud pie or a sand thing, and then you...
Yeah, we don't eat that.
No, I know, but that's what it's like when you put it together.
We're not advocating eating dirt. On this topic, however, this is true. An American word. It's an American word, journey, of course, and cake, but Native people would refer to these cakes as journey cakes, and then it was bastardized like we do with
people. How did the
local
Native people...
South County, Rhode Island Native people. You can look this one up because I'm not going to be challenged.
So we're not talking...
You think I'm going to be challenged by you here?
We're not talking
It's worth a Google.
the actual Native people.
Yes, the actual Native people from the Native...
So like the Narragansetts were using English words to describe something that...
Well, or we took one of their words.
Journey cake?
It's worth a Google. Let me just say that.
That's a good point.
It's worth a Google.
Check it out, though. Look it up right now if you don't mind. I know you have to leave.
I thought we weren't doing that.
But you are right now if you want to. If you want to. If you want to. Okay, she doesn't want to.
Just for you.
Not for me. You don't love me anymore. I think I'm going to have to go. I'm just going to have to say that you don't love me no more.
She can love you and not like you.
Sven, what are you saying? Everyone loves me. I want to be me. Oh, it comes to that time of the year here. Not the year, but the day of whatever it is.
Okay, so they were originally known as journey cakes, but that's not what the Native Americans called them.
What did the Native Americans call them?
I don't know. I'm getting to that part.
Journey cakes. Or journey cakes. Or journey cakes.
All right, let's ask a different question.
All right. You asked that while I do a commercial because we have to pay the bills around here. And we are talking, you're going to love this one, guys, because you guys are not like old like us. A TikTok rally is to be held Saturday, March 14th at the town's Veterans Green. Bring signs protesting the consideration of the removal of TikTok from the U.S. users' web, thus not permitting use of the popular app. An auxiliary rally for all people will include guest speakers Martin Chyandraphone, a Mideast expert and ambassador to the UAE during the Obama presidency, and Marlena Cook-Selwick, CNN Mideast correspondent journalist. Speakers, amps, and microphones provided by the Katunkwit Cafe, a music venue, bar, and eating establishment known internationally for its good, wholesome food and fun. Mostly fun. So, all that said, is it bullshit? No, this is not the bullshit part. That's the real stuff. Okay, so a TikTok rally. So it seems like you guys are going to have a TikTok rally, if you want to have one.
It does sound like it.
But it seems like the more pressing thing would be to listen to the Middle East expert.
I would agree. It's kind of an interesting...
juxtaposition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the word you can put down in the back pocket. It's a 75-cent word.
It really sums up, the state of what's going on today.
Yeah, surely. It's just as... well, there's so many things we can protest at this time. So any more information about our Johnny Cakes?
Yeah, so there's a few different ones. There's Nokahik, which meant parched meal. And then there's also Jonakin, which means corn cake.
There you go.
Huh.
Jonakin. That's why it's Johnny Cake. And not because it says... I'm going to have to... Oh, this is definitely material for my friend Jay. I'm going to have to get together with him. And we'll have this dialogue, because this is the kind of thing that I can just blow his head off with on this one. Jonakin. All right, Jason Diagolides. That's a tough one. Seems like we have a lot of... today we have a lot of Greek names. Chyanderphone and Diagolides is offering a Southern Spring Break tour. Again, spring break, that's the theme today, for young people ranging in age from 18 to 23.
That's me.
College age to purchase a seat on Jason's Spring Break Southern Tour, leaving daily from Niche of Nirvana coffee shop, which is in town, and restaurant for tours of Southern sites such as Ninigrit Park, Charlestown, Rhode Island, the South County Recreation Center,
Wow,
Iggy's Clam Shack, not bad, and the Point Judith Lobster Stop, where spring breakers will purchase dockside priced lobsters. During Jason's fun-filled week, spring breakers will visit Kenyon's Mills, again, where they can purchase KM's famous Johnny Cake or Jinnikik mix, and then take an hour-long tour of Peter Potts, where some of America's greatest pottery is made on site at an old mill. Jason includes several hikes through South County's many protected paths, visiting Native American and colonial historical sites, including the Battle of the Site of the Great Swamp. We'll cap off the week with a visit to Wakefield's fine Asian food restaurants. Jason Diagolides' Southern Spring Break Tour only cost you $325 for the week-long series of activities. Jane and I did it last year, and while we didn't spend any time on the beaches suntanning, we didn't get sunburned either. It was fun, and Jason's very knowledgeable. It's a nice alternative to a costly spring break in Cancun, and we really felt like we went somewhere, even though we never left the state of Rhode Island, says Albert Quintanthropy of Lovell Lane. We actually met some fun friends, and we'll probably have for life. Call Jason for a one-day or week-long package. Hey, interesting idea.
Is that something you would want to do, Sven, since you're in that age group?
Hey, give me a group of people. Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sven wants to be on the financial receiving side of this.
Yeah.
He has a car, and he can drive down there. All right, Donnie's Dinner Train offers nightly dinner train rides in our double-decker bus designed to look like a train. We offer first-rate meals developed by Chef Jared Cohen, former Sliced, you know that show, winner and grand champion. The dinner train leaves from Katunkwit, Maine's bus stop and travels through Katunkwit, Maine's stunning vistas, including Rat Tail's Hollow, Point, Herringbone Beach, Fort Perry, and the North Light. We're offering Meals on Wheels, as we like to call the excursion. Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays year-round. Starting price is $75 for the basic meal with lobster and steak available for $100. All meals include a complimentary bottle of wine and a railroad spike for a memento. Stop by and sign up at our permanent booth next to Many Shades of Grey sex shop. Children 10 and under with proof of age are permitted at half price.
At the Many Grace.
Yeah, wait, what?
That's where the booth is.
Oh, it's just nearby.
Yeah, I mean, we have to find where these places are, give them a little sight. So the children just, hide their eyes when they go by the Many Shades of Grey sex shop. All right, and the last one, Stoney's Crab House is open seasonally, and we will reopen March 30th for all you crab lovers. Get on your calendar. Spots fill quickly. That's all for today for our commercials. Did you have any questions about the commercials? Or interjections.
I was wondering why you could barely make it through Peter's Pots. That one got you a little bit.
Yeah, that one got me. Because I went there recently, and I was just thinking about that experience. Because I am not a big shopper, and my shoulders are very wide.
Okay.
And I'm not very conscious of stuff that's around me. A lot of times I hit my head in the cellar. I didn't this time, but there was a lot of near misses, and they claim that this stuff is really virtually unbreakable. So that was good. That was a good place for me to go. And the place is beautiful, and I do like that. And we should have sponsorship from them because I'm calling them out here.
I do have a question.
Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't make it. I'm so sorry.
If Sven and Sam ran a tour, what stops would be on your tour?
Yeah. The spring break tour?
Are we required to stay on island for this tour?
No. I would say this is your Rhode Island tour.
Okay, because Newport might be involved.
Newport would be involved, definitely.
Where in Newport?
Breton Point, great spot. We for sure would do a kite flying convention at Breton Point as part of
those kites at Breton. There's a lot of kites there. That's a lot of fun. Do a night at.
It's a great way to meet women and men.
Yeah.
Well, that's highly
debatable.
Mostly children.
Moving on. I think you do a bar crawl in Newport.
Oh, that would be a funky.
Down there like that. There you got so many.
What about like that would be good for business? But what about like a scenic tour?
A scenic tour. Go through the mansions.
Go through see the breakers
or the Tennis Hall of Fame. You can go through that area.
These are very conventional choices. I thought they would be a little more out there.
Yeah, there might be like some underground bar that I'm not aware of.
There are some cool. I don't know about underground bars, at least not as far as I can speak to publicly. But
I have a cool thing that you might want to do.
Oh yeah.
On the first Thursday of each month, and I would suggest that you would like it as well. I'm pointing over at Ashlyn Comork, and I shouldn't be pointing, but I'm just suggesting gently that she might enjoy it. It's called Tell Newport. And it's at the Firehouse Theater on the first Thursday. Jesse Stokes runs the program. And I was actually one of the storytellers. So it's a storytelling, basically 2 hours. But they also have music, too, and it precedes the whole event. And people come up and they tell stories, and it's very funny. And you can bring your own drinks of any type, soft or hard.
That does sound nice.
And I did smell some skunk, so there was some of that going on too. So all of that at the event, nice. And nobody smokes inside because
that's good.
It's a firehouse.
Yeah.
You were saying tour spots. I would definitely thinking about it, like Hazard Rock, stuff like that. Like you've got a bunch of areas like that we spent like our childhoods there. So it's like those places. I love to go there. Like go either sit on the rocks, go fishing, stuff like that.
I think this dude that is running this southern thing was only going south because he was thinking of things that were south of here in an effort to create a southern break.
Does Block Island count?
Block Island would anything counts if.
How are you going to get the bus to Block Island?
On the
Put it on
ferry.
the ferry.
No,
They take
that's not
cars.
allowed.
They
That's
take
not a
cars.
bus ride. That's a ferry ride.
If you never leave the bus, it's a bus ride. You just have to stay.
But I
on
think
the
on the
bus.
ferry they make you get out of your car.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
They can make an exception for a tour.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
This is the southern. We're going to really
I
get
think
some
when
exceptions.
people get seasick, you're going to want them out of your bus.
Yeah, that's a no. They can open the windows and
Just barf out the window.
exactly. We'll put a
the
trough
car
next to
that's
it,
right
like
next to
yeah.
There'll just be requirements. You have to sign a form that says you are not allowed to get seasick if you're taking the bus.
Have
Will
you-
everybody get a mini Snickers?
Have you seen these? I don't know what they call them. I know they're kind of popular down south. I think there's one in Austin. Anyway, where there's a keg and there's kind of the person steering the bus and everybody's
Yes.
pedaling.
Oh yeah,
At
it's
a
in
bar?
Nashville.
Yep.
Nashville.
Seen 'em a
What is
lot.
it called?
They're called like extremely vivacious bachelorettes. What I saw at the in Nashville, lots of this, and they seemed like they were going to break an ankle at every corner. Particularly the bride to be. All right, so we're going to do word association because that's fun too. Is everybody into it? I know that Ashlyn Komorek doesn't like this.
I'm
so we'll
leaving
start
right
with,
after this. So.
We'll start with this. Okay, so I'm just going to point, and then you say a word after I say a word. Okay, so you're going to get a different word than you're going to get. Okay, so first word for you. Populous.
Earth.
Fertile.
Soil.
Flitting.
Walking.
Flitting. Walking.
Can you repeat the word? I think I heard that wrong.
Flitting.
Flitting.
Flitting. Flitting.
Wings.
Incongruous.
Incongruous.
I came up with some terrible words.
Everything that's going on in the world.
Okay. Tinnitus.
Ben.
Is he like a constant drone in your ear?
No, he
Stimulating.
has some ear problems.
Stimulating. Tinnitus.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
Katunkwit Chronicles.
Tonquit Chronicle.
All right. Well,
I want to
there.
take back populace, and I want to say for whatever I said. I want to say skunk. Skunks.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. We may be abandoning this.
We might
this
have
part of
to
the
have
show.
somebody on the show that has had a major skunk issue.
Yeah.
My parents currently have a family of skunks living under their shed. And the only reason I know is because I lifted a thing that was covering one of the holes and just a waft of skunk smell came out of it. So
Yeah. That's what they have to live somewhere. At this point in time, I am going to tell you that we are going to lose one member of our group, none other than Ashlyn Komorek. Ashlyn, it was really fun hanging out with you.
It's been real, James, and good to see you guys, Sam and Sven.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
great to see you.
Take care of yourself and those
Maybe I'll
around
see
you.
on the slopes.
And I won't be on the slopes with you this year, but maybe next year. Goodbye. I like those. I like the overalls. Very good look. Very good. All right. So this is a little long short story. We have two parts of this short story, which I will be telling the first part this week. And if these two guys want to come back, they'll hear it, or they'll hear it on the podcast just as you do. It's called Part 1, Spring Break, by James Allen. Oh, and I should say that in 1983, when I was a senior every other year, every other holiday, when I was going to school, this is when I was going to college, I worked full-time as a fisherman on the bay, Narragansett Bay, and then I'd go to work. My days would start really early, like 5, 6, and I'd get on the boat and then go to work. I'd work for 4 hours or 5 hours, and then I'd put the boat away and sell out and everything, and I'd get in the truck and I'd drive to Providence, and I'd get my first class from 1 to 3, and then I'd go to soccer practice from 3 to 5, and then I'd go to night classes, and then I'd do it again.
That's a full day.
That's a lot of work. So that was my first 3 years, and then finally I said, I'm sick of doing this. I'm going to take a loan. I took a small loan, and I had cash to pay for most of my education. I paid for all of it, but then I got into this senior year, and I said, I'm going to just take a load. I needed quite a bit to finish because I was always taking 12 or 13 credits instead of, well, you know what it's done.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm going to finish in 4 if I can. And I took 38. I took 19 and 19.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. But just keeping track of that's a lot. But I didn't have to go work all day, first, which was cool. Right. And I lived up in Providence instead of living home. It was a lot of different. I wouldn't always live at home, but there was a lot of improvements. And I was playing on the soccer team, and I was also I was playing on the soccer team, and I was on the tennis team in my senior year, and I also was writing for the newspaper. So I was writing an article, a series of articles each week, which I got paid for.
Oh, no, that's awesome.
It was fun. It was a Dear Jay column. It was really kind of fun.
Cool.
I made it all up, every bit of it.
That's fun.
Even the questions. So those wires that you have, those actually do break if you touch them too much.
Understood.
Colton Shaver hadn't considered going on spring break until William Sauer, captain of the soccer team, approached him in the cafeteria that day while Colton sifted through a bowl of soup, attempting to find the chicken they offered in the chicken soup at the commuters' school's dining facility. The holidays and breaks where college had let out for periods of time were always times to work, and only work, for Colton. Colton had been paying for his college entirely in his own initiative until his senior year, when he took a low-interest loan for the first time from the federal government, and finally was able to concentrate on his studies. He took advantage of the loan and carried 38 credits for the year, 19 each semester, while playing in the college soccer team and the tennis team and writing a weekly column for the newspaper. He wondered why students that didn't have to work full-time during their college years couldn't finish their studies on time and often spend additional years getting their degrees. He'd struggle each semester while working full-time, only carrying 12 or 13, sometimes 13 credits during all those long and difficult semesters. Now it seemed easy, and his grades were proof to himself of his intellect, and he felt as if he could do anything, including going on spring break with his friend William Sauer, William's girlfriend Karen, and 8 other sort of random half-acquaintances that William gathered for the trip to West Palm Beach. The hottest spring break destination in the spring of 1983 was actually Fort Lauderdale. William Sauer was someone Colton looked up to because he was clever, smart, and a little sinister. Colton recalled senior day during the fall season while playing UMass Boston at Rhode Island State College's home field. Boston scored first, and the scorer, a wing player named Gouveia from New Bedford, Massachusetts, playing wide right wing and on the bench side, came specifically to our bench, raising his index finger and pointing at each player as he passed, infuriating us all. Infuriating William Sauer the most. William Sauer, apparently the most aggrieved member of the team as he was captain, stood and told Coach to put him in the match. So Coach subbed the captain immediately when the play was at the opposite end of the field, and when in transition, with most of the players on the field focused on the ball at the other end of the field, William Sauer ran by the offending goal scorer from Boston and as he passed, raised his forearm, knocking the player out with such force he dropped to the ground, never putting out his hands to catch himself. Sauer withdrew his arm so quickly it wasn't possible for anyone to ascertain why this player suddenly dropped. He continued to run quickly to catch up with the play at the other end of the field, and was never discovered. Only Ronnie Flinch and I knew what he did. Gouveia never played another. I would say only Ronnie Flinch and check change on that. Only Ronnie Flinch and Colton knew what he did. Gouveia never played another minute that day. Colton didn't admire him for hitting the kid or for the sneaky and calculating way in which he got away with his deed. But Sauer was gutsy and a risk-taker. Gouveia deserved the headache he received that day. Colton's a little ashamed, but he thinks of, he likes being around such an unpredictable dude. A white 15-passenger van arrived in the soccer stadium parking lot at 10 a.m. on time with Sauer in the passenger seat and some old guy, probably 28 years old, driving, named, ironically, Van. Colton's among the last passengers to be picked up as two women hopped out of the cool red 1965 Ford Mustang with two huge suitcases. The remaining group members were packed into the rear seating area. Colton could see they looked like Karen's college friends as she was seated in the middle seat chatting away. She nods at Colton, hello, and half smiles. Colton smiles back at Karen and nods his head to greet the other women in the vehicle. Colton drops his backpack, carrying only a few pairs of shorts, some T-shirts, and a lot of underwear beneath his seat, and the van lurched forward before he closed the door completely. Colton was seated next to Audra, a junior at State College, her hair curly and slightly mismanaged, yet short in the front and sort of mulleted in the back, her eyes oversized and quite beautiful. She wore a flowered dress that didn't fit right because Colton noticed her pulling the dress down her thigh self-consciously. She was petite and had a fun smile. She didn't engage in the conversations about nothing that surrounded her as the van made its way to the central artery from Rhode Island to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Route 95 South. Looking around, Colton nodded his head and smiled, thinking, this is going to be fun, real fun, as William turned and knew what Colton was thinking. After 100 miles or so, somewhere in Connecticut, they stopped for a bathroom break. The old guy driving announces, 5 minutes, and if you're not back, I'm leaving, he says as he rushes to the rest center. Is this guy for real? Colton asks William as they hurry to get in line at the McDonald's counter. His name is Van Sanford. He's old, but he's the only one that can drive because we rented his van, and you have to be 25 to rent a van, so I got him to drive. It'll be okay. There's a half keg behind your seat and solo cups beneath your seat, William says while ordering. What do you want? He asks. 3 burgers and fries and a Coke, Colton says. Got any money? I'll pay you back. Don't worry, he says. Colton pulls a $100 bill from his wallet and hands it to William. Got anything smaller? William asks. All 100s, Colton says while showing him inside his wallet. Shut that thing. You want us to get killed? William says. Colton folds over the thick wallet. I have to hit the bathroom. I'll see you at the van, Colton says and leaves the line. When Colton arrives at the van after peeing, he's the last one to arrive. The old guy says, next time, I'm leaving if you're late. Fuck off, Colton responds. William raises his left hand while still holding a drooping fry and says, he's cool. We're all cool. Let's just go to Fort Lauderdale, man, as the van takes off with the door open again, slamming shut in its track. The van driver stopped in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina for a 2-hour nap. The women pawed at knickknacks and shitty halfway T-shirts and sweatshirts. William tapped the keg and poured a couple of beers and sat beneath an old tree near the restrooms with Colton. Cole, you like Audra? William half-assed asked the question, but it almost seemed like a directive to Colton. Am I supposed to like her? She's nicer than the other women, Colton responds. I know. I can't stand Karen's friends either. Audra is a fill-in. She wanted to go to Florida, and she had $76, so I said she could come with us. William revealed. I'm kind of a last-minute fill-in, too. Therefore, I'm expected to hang with Audra. I get it, Colton expresses. No, man, no, you do whatever you want. It's cool, William says, while putting his empty left hand above his head. Well, we'll see. She probably can't stand the way I smell right now. It must be better up front in that passenger seat. But it reeks back in the third row, Colton says. It sucks up front. The old man keeps nodding off while he's driving. I have to stay awake to help him navigate. Let's keep that tap open. I brought a piss bucket with a tube that goes out the back. We can keep going, drink all the way down there and never stop. The girls can hang for hours. They have endless bladders. Okay, whatever. Spring break 1983. I mean, what the fuck? Why not? Colton says. After their second beer was finished, Audra returned and asked, Where'd you get the beer? Can I have one? William returned to the van, having filled our beer cups, and handed a cup to Audra. Thank you, she said, curiously shaking her head quizzically. I brought a half keg for the ride. I'm going to find Karen. The old man will wake up soon. He asked me to wake him up at 3. You two meet us at the van at 3, William says. The beer is good, Audra states. He works at a bar. It's probably something like Heineken or Grolsch, something like that. Not piss beer, that's for sure, Colton says. Karen asked me if I like you, Audra reveals. Me too. William asked about you, Colton says awkwardly. Well, what do you think? She asks. About you? Colton stalls for a time. Yeah, me, she says bravely. I don't know you, Colton says. Well, based on what you know, Audra says. Are you sure you want to know? Colton asks. Sure, hit me, Audra says while straightening up, her chin slightly elevated, awaiting the information. I like you. You have nice eyes. And if you say something to those other girls, it's always something interesting and cool, not about stupid shit. I like your legs, too, the parts I can see at least. I like that you're not so put together, and you let your hair grow out. I like curly hair, your curly hair. I've said enough. By my calculations, you like 3 elements of my appearance, and you are right around 1/4 in admiration of my abilities to cut through the bullshit while speaking with the female members of our mission members here in the van. Colton smiles and says, That's it. That's what I like about you. I don't even know your last name, Audra, but I like your spunk. I'm in a band, she says. That's wicked cool. What band? What do you play? He asks. It's a punk rock band. I sing and I bang on the bass guitar, she says, while laughing a little. Bathsheba, that's the name of the band. I didn't pick it. It's a little biblical, isn't it, for a punk band? Colton asks. Yeah. Married to King David, father of Solomon. You have it right, Audra says while nodding approval and smiling. You should smile more. You're so pretty when you smile, Colton says. I'm pretty when I don't smile, too, and I don't need you telling me when to smile, Audra says while standing, then turns and walks to the van. I could fuck up a wet dream, Colton mumbles to himself as he sees the old man and William arriving with the entire group approaching the van. North Carolina saw speeds at 85, and South Carolina's midnight arrival at speeds approaching 90. Could only be 100 miles per hour when we hit the Georgia border, but for some reason the old man slowed to the speed limit of 55 when the giant peach logo of the border showed on the sign. And within 5 minutes, we see 7 cars stopped along the highway, lights flashing, scared college kids from New England shitting themselves in the back seats of each car. The old man says, "Asshole Stadies. A fucking trucker in the restroom back in North Carolina told me to slow down when I hit the border. Man, I'm glad I ran into that guy." The old man ran that van at 55 miles per hour for the next hour till he was sure there weren't any more cops, and he killed the state of Georgia by daybreak. When he crosses the Florida border, the old man, who's only 6 years older than most of us in the van, stops at a fruit stand. Colton buys $50 worth of oranges and grapefruit along with a pecan pie for the journey, and he shares it with all the 12 van members. Audra is the only person to choose a grapefruit, and she meticulously peels it, removing all the white pulp on the fruit without a single drop of juice leaving the citrus orb. Most people took a tangerine because they're easy to peel. Colton looked on in admiration as Audra finished her work after half an hour, well after the rest of the group had a second, some even a third piece of fruit. Audra saw him watching intently and asked, "Would you like a segment?" "Oh, no. Well, you deserve it all." "But you bought it, and you shared it with all of us," Audra said. "It was inexpensive. It wasn't anything, really," Colton declared. Audra carefully removed a large pink segment so as to not cause a single drop of grapefruit juice to escape the piece, and popped it in her mouth. It was clearly too much for her to swallow, and ironically, after all that care, a few drips escaped her mouth, landing on her lap. She swallowed and her eyes closed. That was so good. Colton noticed that she wrapped the grapefruit carefully in a paper towel and stored it beneath her seat, periodically repeating the process of careful segmenting and even more carefully eating of the segment. Colton's feelings for Audra advanced at that very moment, and he was sure about one thing. He wanted to know about Audra Andropoulos better in the next part of the spring break. So how were you guys doing with this so far? Let me interrupt. Check change.
I like it.
Are you guys all right?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, you're okay. Good.
Sorry, I had to move my mic back.
Check change. So we'll get on to this next segment, and this is for the editor. Okay. All right. Making the turn from Route 95 south to the access road to Fort Lauderdale was exciting for the 12 college-age spring breakers. Their first traffic after 1,200 miles of driving at excessive speeds was intense and thick. Every car and its occupants, all sharing the same goal, get to the beach. William left his seat and crouched in the second row, ready to make a speech. Karen asked, What are you doing?" "I'm trying to get your attention," William admitted. "So, you're saying I don't pay attention to you? Is that what you're saying?" Karen readied for a fight. "I'm saying that you haven't stopped talking for the past 24 hours. Catch a fucking breath, for God's sake," William said, and immediately realized he'd like to take the words back. "Just go back to your seat," Karen said, trying to laugh it off with her friends, smiling wryly yet somewhat concerned, while still trying to save face with her best friends. No, I've left to let everyone know something," Williams hesitated. "Get on with it, then," Audra blurted out while reaching for her final slice of grapefruit. I know I kind of said we have a hotel down here on the strip on Route 1A, but the hotel, I really have is like 5 miles inland, but don't worry. I canceled it when we hit Florida. But what I'm saying is look for a hotel while we're driving on the strip. We're almost on Route 1A, where the action is, so look for a hotel, William stated apologetically. So, we're fucking homeless? Old man asked. Temporarily, William responds. Oh, that's fucking great, Tina Marcantonio chimed in as Audra began laughing to the point of coughing and tearing eyes. Audra tries to speak, but her laughing continues to alter her speech. We will surely find a place to stay. There's only 1.2 million people here visiting Fort Lauderdale this week. I'll find something, William promised. We need a plan, Karen asserted. I agree, Audra spoke. So, you have a plan? Karen said sarcastically. Colton and I will pose as a couple. We'll find a place. He can pay in cash, right? He's a lot of cash. And then, when the management isn't looking, we'll get you all in the room, put the do not disturb tag on the door, and we'll have the place to stay, Audra finishes. That sounds like a plan. It's only a few hundred yards till we hit Route 1. When we get to the corner, we'll let them out, and we'll meet them in about an hour at the Hyatt. That's about midway down the strip, William states. What if I want to get out of this fucking van? I'm so anxious I want to scream, Lola Giacomo says. No. Audra and Colton, if we all get out, we'll never find each other. And I know you came here on a shoestring. What'd you say, you brought $80? $80 for the week. Come on. You stay with us, William revealed. As the van reaches the corner of the access road to and Route 1A, a Volkswagen camper van with a rooftop open, filled with topless women shooting squirt guns, passes slowly in the traffic leaving the beach. I think I'm going to like this place. It seems to be a friendly place, the old man announces. Audra slides the door open, and Maggie's pocketbook falls to the pavement. Audra hops out with Colton behind her, picks up the pocketbook and sprints up to the van and throws it inside. Check change. Sorry that. She grabs Colton's hand and says, "We have to look the part, don't we?" "Sure. It doesn't have to be an act," Colton said. "We'll see," Audra said. "There's a lot of people here. I'm sure you'll find someone," Colton says as they enter the pool area of the 5th hotel they've tried since exiting the van, where hundreds of college students are drinking, splashing, and over-sunning themselves in 90-degree heat. "Well, the devil you know is most times better than the devil you don't," Audra said. "Everything is painted yellow. I'm not sure this is right for me," Audra said. "What's wrong with yellow? If they have a room." "It's too happy, too tempera, gauche," Audra said. "But if they have a room, I'll buy some colored sunglasses for you," Colton said. "I guess I'll try it, but if I get a headache," Audra said while opening the broken screen door to the manager's office that smelled of a mix of odor, body odor, and urine. "What do you want?" "I don't have any more towels, if that's what you want. I was out of towels 2 weeks ago," the manager opened with. "Do you have a room for us?" Audra asked while blinking her eyes slowly and seductively. "No rooms. the manager stated abruptly as the phone rings. I got to take this. Stick around. I told you this wasn't right. The yellow. All the yellow, Audra said in a hushed voice. The manager's loud voice overwhelmed the music coming from the courtyard pool area, permeating the office space. Cancel? Cancel? Well, you're in luck. I only charge you $50 on your credit card for cancellation because you called in advance. The manager lifts one finger, pointing at the couple, as Audra's hand reached the doorknob to the office. Wait. I may have something for you, he says above the noise from the open door. Shut that and come back. We'll negotiate. Negotiate? What's a room cost for the week, Audra asked. Just you two, he asked. Just us, Colton responded. No towels, no cleaning service, no ice. $120 per night. Total of $720 plus city and state tax comes to $784.80. We don't have that kind of money, Audra states. Someone else will take it. It's just like you. You know, everyone's lost in a sea of people with no place to stay. It's prime, baby. It's prime. Look behind you, the manager states, pointing out the window to the beach. Colton removed his fat wallet from his pocket, pulls a stack of $100 bills, and placed 5 bills on the counter. It's yours, cash, for the room, for the week. The manager looks at the money and said, You're short one. Audra shakes her head as Colton pulls the bill from its resting place. Deal, Colton asks. Deal? Check change. Deal? Colton asked. I don't think I got that right. Check change. Deal? Colton asked. Deal, the manager said while placing the cash in his t-shirt pocket behind a pack of Camel unfiltered cigarettes and hands the couple a key to room 283. No view. But you probably won't spend too much time at the beach, he said while winking at Colton as Audra sneered. Can you fucking believe that guy? He pocketed the money, Audra said. Maybe he owns the place. Does he look like he owns anything? Audra said. Who cares, Audra? We have a room. Now let's get to the Hyatt, find the group, and tell them of the good news. And that's where we end part 1.
I like that.
Spring break.
Yeah, that was very cliffhanger. You got me wanting to know what's next.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot next. It was some crazy shit. This guy, William Sauer, this is not his real name, but he was very, I would say, adventuristic. And he found ways to augment his lack of funds.
I like that. I like that. Just a great way of putting it.
So that's how that went. So there we have a day at the Katunkwit Chronicles. Sam, I should have told you when you arrived, but there's a dead bee in your hair. Did you see it? You see it, Sven?
What?
There's a dead bee in his hair. I meant to tell you earlier.
Is there something in my hair?
There is something in your hair.
Yeah, there's hair in your hair. Take care.